we can just...
we're talking about the Iron Claw, but I'm going to upload the whole thing after, so you guys will see it later if you're here.
Just
anyway,
unlist it. Yep. Good fun.
We'll be fine. Here we are. Look at us go. Anyway, Iron Claw. Based on the Von Erich family. A very famous wrestling family from Texas. Down south. They have their own promotion down there. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it.
What year is it?
2024.
Okay. What year is it in the damn film?
Yeah, like the 80s.
Okay.
It's in the time of like Hogan, Hulk Hogan,
right.
Ric Flair. Mainly Ric Flair. But before WWE, or F as it was known back then, was kind of a thing.
Okay, cool.
So yeah. It's basically about a father who was a wrestler and then kind of didn't become what he wanted to become. So he trained his sons to be wrestlers, but kind of pushed them beyond their limits and just was not the ideal dad in terms of expectations and training. Like he wasn't, I wouldn't say he was abusive in the common sense of it, like the common understanding of abusive, but it was kind of abuse what he put them through in terms of how he wanted results from them, what he wanted from them. He put all of his dreams on top of his kids, and his kids, most of them crumbled from the weight of expectations and what this life meant.
Understandably.
So it's extremely sad. Zac Efron deserves an Oscar nomination, but he won't get it because it came out too late.
Who did he play?
He plays Kevin Von Erich. He plays the main one. There's
number one son.
There's another way to. He's not the number one. He is not the number one son.
Oh, he's not number one son. Is the guy from The Bear number one son?
Guy from The Bear's number one. The dad's. It's even in the trailer if you watch it. He very clearly says, "I have rankings of my son," and he tells his sons, he's like, "And these rankings can change. It depends how hard you work." He's like, "Carrie's my favorite, then Kev, then David."
Wild.
So yeah, Harris Dickinson's also in it, and he was in. I believe he was in that Kingsman prequel. As the main king. He's been in some other things. He was really good in it as well.
He's in where the Crawdads sing.
Oh yeah,
that's about the only things would have seen him.
And also Lily James from Baby Driver and Mamma Mia. Here we go again. Is also in the film, and she is great as always. But Zac Efron steals the show, and Holt. I can't say his last name. Holt McNary or something like that. Holt
McCallany.
Yeah, Holt McCallany is in it. He's from the Mindhunter TV show. And he's great in it too. I really enjoy him, and I really hope we get a season 3 of Mindhunter. Anyway, but overall, movie's gonna make you fucking cry. There's 3 parts, 3 separate times in the movie where I welled up, and it's just a really fucking depressed movie. It's a really sad movie. But Zac Efron's great. The wrestling kind of name drops are a bit of fun. The guy that plays Ric Flair, he was good in his in-ring scenes, but he wasn't great in I don't know, as someone who's pretty close to knowing what Ric Flair was like in terms of like I've seen all that because
you've watched a lot.
So deep in the wrestling community. You know, he's got like a promo segment of the film and it's just not him, but when he's in ring and doing the stuff in ring, it's pretty good.
Does he not match like Ric Flair's charisma?
I just wasn't watching it and just went, this is Ric Flair. I did not.
Yeah, you weren't sold on that part. No. Exactly.
You were like, this is a wrestler that's kind of like Ric Flair.
Yeah. I was like, this is someone trying to be Ric Flair.
Yeah. And that's very clearly what it was.
Mm-hmm. MJF's in the film for a half a second. He did produce the film.
Fair.
But yeah, he's in it for 2 seconds. The guy from The Bear, I should know his name.
Jeremy
Allen White is great. They're all great. Zac Efron steals the show though. So really enjoyed this movie film.
What'd you rate it?
4 out of 5 because
damn nice.
I know high. It ended up replacing Dream Scenario as my 10th favorite film of the year. So that's a change from last week.
Cool.
But just because I know the real story, and there's a really great 40-minute episode of Dark Side of the Ring that goes into the whole situation with the family, and they interview the guy that Zac Efron plays, like one of the brothers, about it all, and he tells his story in a documentary type. And that story is much more. There's a few things in that story that I thought would have translated really well into the film, but they didn't put in. For one thing I didn't love that they did was they cut out a whole brother from the movie.
Oh,
wow!
Because what happens to them in real life, you know, in terms of film, could be very repetitive. Like something happens, and then something else happens, and something else happens, and they cut out one of the brothers to kind of stop it, and they said we did it because we didn't want to make the movie more depressing. I'm just like, just tell the story. Like,
yeah, it's already depressing. You don't just make a sad movie not as sad.
I know. And there's two really great.
You want to make it.
There's two really great moments that happen in real life. One with Zac Efron and his dad. That I won't like. It's hard to go into it because you guys are going to watch it, and you probably don't want to know to some extent what happens.
But it's also like it's history. Like
yeah. So like I don't know. I'm trying to find the careful line. Here.
Yeah.
There's a really great scene between him and his dad, and there's a great scene with Zac Efron in just a random shop when he went to go buy a gun, and there's an interaction with him in real life, his real life character Kevin, and just the gun shop owner, and they had a little talk, and he talked about how important that was for him, but they didn't include that in the movie, which I thought could have been a really powerful scene, but I don't know, I'm kind of docked it for things that I know, like any other moviegoer probably wouldn't know these things.
Things that you would, as someone who knows the story properly, I
only thought it would have made the movie better, including those things.
You're docking it for things they cut out that would clearly make it better, give context to character, and
it could have been a 4.5.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good movie though. Really great. It's a great movie. Fucking, you'll cry.
Goddamn. Well, you'll cry with laughter when you get to Dave Bautista's character in the other film that you saw that I joined you for.
Yeah, it's hard to talk about this one now because when you see two in a row, one movie takes over.
Yeah.
And I just remember fascist parakeets. Yep.
My God. So Chris really wanted to go see The Boy and the Heron again, the new Studio Ghibli Miyazaki film.
And I famously don't mix well with Ghibli films.
Famously.
I've tried.
Famously, don't mix well with it.
Everyone knows.
I've had a mixed track record with them.
The world knows.
If you've listened long enough and remember our like homework segments and whatnot.
Didn't like Hazbin Hotel segments. Didn't like Spirited Away.
Steph on many occasions has tried to get you into it, and it's never worked.
They're not my
House
thing.
Moving Castle just ain't it.
They're not my. I don't gel with them.
But,
I'm not saying they're bad movies. I'm just saying they're not for Alex.
Yeah.
Just fair.
So we went and saw The Boy and the Heron.
We did.
Which has what I would say an incredibly slow start to a film, but like there's one sequence in there which is phenomenally animated, which is the fire sequence.
The fire effects in this film were pretty cool.
Oh my God. How that was animated was brilliant. The story overall, I think Chris,
I came up with a realization too, Brayden. If we watched the sub version, I would have fallen asleep.
Yeah, I can see that. I feel
like for the dub, it's got a big.
The English voice cast is stacked.
Yeah,
and they are very good. Like Robert Pattinson is brilliant.
He's
oh my God,
unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Really?
Like Florence Pugh in there as well. Like
Christian
is only
Bale.
recognizable when playing the younger
Bale,
one. Christian
Willem
Bale's
Dafoe.
excellent.
Gemma Chan.
Willem Dafoe, you can tell is Willem Dafoe within an instant.
Mm-hmm.
Batista.
He plays a pelican.
Batista doesn't play pelican.
No, Batista does not play a pelican. Batista plays
the leader of a fascist parakeet group.
It's amazing. It's so good. Michael, have you seen the parakeets in this film?
No, I have not.
Please Google image search them right now.
The movie got so much better when the fascist parakeet showed up.
When it started to get a bit more magical and out there.
One of the first pictures is of the one wearing a crown.
That's
Dave Bautista.
And then I'm just getting there's a real messed up looking pelican. That's
interesting. Oh,
that's Willem Dafoe.
That's Willem Dafoe.
There's some, and yeah, this looks great.
It certainly picks up when it gets more fantastical. It does also. I couldn't make heads or tails of what the hell was actually trying to be said.
I didn't. Yeah,
like,
I didn't know either.
Yeah,
I was kind of just there for the ride.
I couldn't pick up on anything. Chris, who was with us, it was his second time seeing it. He said on the second viewing, when you know the weird shit that's about to come up, you can kind of take a bit of time to really focus in on what the meaning behind it might be.
Well, I didn't watch any
Chris
trailers.
had some theories behind it.
I didn't watch any trailers. I didn't watch anything about it. The only thing I heard about it was from Chris.
Yep. And he said it was very good.
Yep.
And yeah, after we finished watching the film, I went back to work to grab my bag and grab my car and stuff. And Ross was closing up still. And he was like, "Oh, what'd you think of it?" And I was like, "That was a wild movie, man. I did not understand it." And he said one line, which I'm going to paraphrase, where he was just like, "Yeah, it's about Miyazaki handing down animation to the younger generation and how he's not confident in them to pick it up or something." And I was like,
he's famously a cunt.
I can see that. Yeah, he's
to his son,
harsh,
especially.
Rude dude.
He with his kid, his kid made his first ever film, and he walked out of the premiere of his son's film.
Hearing it. What movie was it? What was it called?
I can't remember. He just walked out of his kid's movie.
Yeah, that's wild. Man, they make him different over there. Hey, goddamn.
Fucking yeah.
That's real harsh. But I mean, it's a very well animated film. It has some very, very original ideas, I could say. But I'm not gonna actively seek out to watch it at any point in time in the future.
I didn't love it. I didn't love it.
No, I loved Kiki's Delivery Service, and I really liked My Neighbor Totoro. But this is kind of falling in that Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away camp for me personally, where I'm like, it's not for me.
It's on the side of these movies that, yeah, fan of.
Yeah, if it had lent in a bit more, I just didn't understand what was going on with the whole the more sci-fi fantastical element with Mark Hamill and shit. I didn't get what, and then at the end it's they kind of reveal who everyone is and how they're all connected, and it's just okay, but what's overall the point? Are we still talking about grief? Is this about getting over the grieving process, or is it just about fascist budgies? I don't know. But yeah, the music was really nice. There's a part of the score which sounds exactly like the start of one of the songs from Hamilton. I'm trying to remember which one it was now. But yeah, it sounds exactly like Hamilton for that one bit.
It's quiet uptown.
It's quiet uptown. That's it. Bam 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 bam. But yeah, I mean, it's his final film, I believe. I believe he came out of retirement for it.
Yeah,
interesting.
If he's happy with it, good for him.
Good on you, buddy.
But
there's definitely an audience of people that will adore this film.
Not me.
Yeah, and it's Studio Ghibli stands.
I didn't hate it. I gave it 3.5 out of 5. I thought that.
Yeah.
Once again, not for me.
Yeah.
Just,
that's about where it sits for me as well, I'd say. Because it was just tonally a very mixed bag. But yeah, good fun.
I'm still watching Percy Jackson.
Oh, how is the Percy Jackson?
So I got some stories about Percy Jackson.
Oh boy.
So not only in the last week have I finished the first book.
Okay.
Now I'm halfway through the second book.
Whoa. Oh, there it is.
His love it is Kindle.
It is a godsend. This thing is Bezos, you're not a great guy, but your Kindles are good. All right?
You figured out one thing.
All right, you got it. You did well. So yeah, I'm halfway through the second book. They're not big books. They're like the first book's like 370 pages. Second book's like 300 pages.
They're YA
They're
fantasy
not massive.
adventure.
But anyway,
They're not tomes.
I finished book 1, and I went, "Let's watch movie 1 from 2010."
Oh no, Alex!
And I remember watching the movie, and I remember not loving it even when it came out, because I read these books when I was when I was in
A wee lad.
Yes, 8, 9 probably, maybe not.
Yep.
I have no recollection of the movie. I just know I've seen it.
Same.
I don't know. I finished. I read the books by the time the movie came out, so 2006 probably 6 and 7.
Oh,
No,
shit.
sorry, not 2006 7. Year 6 and 7, 8, so 9, 10.
Yeah.
You just said so many numbers, my dude.
year 9 and year 10. So
Okay.
So yeah. Oh no, sorry. 2009 and 2010
Year 6 and 7.
in schooling I was in year 6 and year 7.
Okay.
There we go. Case closed.
There we go.
And
I knew what you're on.
I remember not loving the film, and so I went back and watched it this past week.
Yep. As one does.
It's fresh off reading the book.
Yep. So you're in
mean,
full Percy Jackson mode.
I know,
'Cause you're watching the TV show as well, I assume.
And this movie sucks. This is This is not even the book. They have the briefest. So in the movie, they are like, "Hey, we need to go to all these locations and find 3 pearls so we can go to the underworld and get my mum and get the lightning bolt and get out and return to Zeus before this deadline so that Zeus and Poseidon won't start a war."
Yeah.
And that's not the book. The book is the part they did get right was that they were going to LA to the underworld to go, because the entrance to the underworld's in Los Angeles.
Of course.
And so they were going to LA to go, and because they assumed Hades stole the lightning bolt, but also Hades had Percy's mother, who was taken in the first act of the film, in the book. And along the way, they encountered Medusa, Ares, because they were all hunting Percy because they thought he was the lightning thief and he's the son of Poseidon. And some big things that the movie doesn't do is that it's absolutely a mystery to Percy and everyone else, who Percy's dad is. They only find out that his dad is Poseidon when Poseidon claims him during Capture the Flag. That's not in the movie. In the movie, it's just common. It's just everyone knows straight away that Poseidon's his dad.
Okay.
The movie.
Do you think they didn't have the budget for a capture the flag scene?
No, there is a capture the flag scene in the movie.
Then what are they doing?
Exactly. Annabeth doesn't have a magical hat that makes her go invisible. Dumb.
Invisible's expensive.
Yeah. How about this? It's. So there's a character at camp called Luke, who's kind of like the cool guy at camp, and he gives Percy a pair of flying shoes. Now Zeus is very mad at Percy, so Percy is not allowed to fly on planes or go in the air because that's Zeus's domain, right? So Percy in the books gives the shoes to Grover, his protector, also half goat man,
The Muppet.
Yeah, gives them to Grover the Muppet, and is like, "Here, you have them because I can't use them because Zeus will just like attack me because I'm in his domain if I use them."
Yeah.
In the movie, that doesn't happen. Percy just takes the shoes and uses them, which is
Seems
so
like
dumb.
a big departure.
Yeah. And yeah, there's just a lot of dumb shit in the movie. The main villain of the book is not in the movie. The whole thing in the book is that Cronus, the Titan Cronus, who is the father of Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, who Zeus cut up into pieces and threw down into Tartarus. Like he's meant to be manipulating Ares, the god of war, and some other people to do his bidding. No, Ares isn't even in the book, and Ares is the one who had the idea to take the rod, and he's not even in. Ares is played by Edge in the show, so I'm very but anyway.
Wow.
So all to say is that the book is great and the show's great and the movie sucks balls.
Okay, well, I'm happy to hear the show's good.
Show's still good. I think we have
Because that's the new information for me.
Yeah, we have one or two episodes left. But we're getting into the end of it. So
cool.
So yeah, really enjoying it. Like the kids. Really hope it gets picked up for season 2. I think it will because apparently it's more popular than Loki.
Oh wow.
Right.
That really shows the Marvel burnout.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I've seen a lot of people online like being all over Percy Jackson because it's like we've entered this age now where all the people who were growing up around that time and loving all that stuff have now all reached the point of adulthood where they don't want to be adults anymore and they kind of just want to go back to the things that they enjoyed as a kid.
Yeah.
And so it's prime time for Percy Jackson to not only make itself known for new, younger fans, but like that older demographic of their original fans. They're going to be all over this shit.
2 episodes left.
Nice.
So it comes out tomorrow, and I am very, very excited. Last episode, they were in Vegas with Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I did see a clip from that.
So that's going to be fun. And
nice.
Just it's a good show.
Yeah. Speaking of shows and dates, there's a particular series directly behind your head on camera.
March 14th.
March 14th.
Ooh.
Invincible is back.
Too long.
I love that.
I was gonna get your thoughts on that.
A whole extra month.
Pretty long, hey?
That's a long wait.
Yeah.
Just give us a Rexplode episode. Like give us like you did with Anime. Give us one of them, and then you can.
I was surprised when they dropped the release date that they didn't go. Also, we have another special.
Yeah,
but
if they release a special in between these long breaks, it's fine. I say long. This isn't that long of a break, but it's long because it's half a season. Like,
would you predict them to do one in between season 2 and 3?
More than likely, yeah. That's probably what they do. You'll probably get Rexplode between them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm in Brisbane that day, so.
So you're gonna be on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching it in Brisbane. Absolutely, I don't give a fuck.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna be excited. I like the show a lot.
Nice. Well, to give Alex a break, and by that I mean I'm not giving Alex a break at all because Alex is about to get fired up. Michael, what have you been watching lately?
Say it.
So,
why?
Purely because I saw the opening scene on
Explain
TikTok.
yourself.
I checked out a certain show on Amazon Prime.
Was it Breaking Bad?
Wasn't
Breaking Bad.
It wasn't.
How far into Breaking Bad are you?
Almost at the end of season 2.
Okay.
That's not very far.
That's not very far.
It's not very
2
far.
seasons of Reacher though. We smashed through quickly.
Breaking Bad. I just can't get over a hump of where I've already seen. I really just need to actually force myself to actually watch it.
You do.
All right. I checked out Reacher starring Alan Richardson, who, as Chris very lightly pointed out in our chat, will always be Thad Castle from Blue Mountain State.
Excuse me. And he is the guy from Fast X that was a cop that then betrayed Vin Diesel right at the very end.
That is true. That is true.
Oh, that's that guy.
He also voices voices Raph in the TMNT movies from like 2014.
The good ones.
Oh, yeah.
So he plays like an ex-military like cop, and
I've seen the movie.
Goes down in a town, and he investigates it. I saw a comment from somebody, and they put it perfectly. It's like, for some reason everyone's really into this show, and it's because it's like when you daydream of like how you'd be a hero in a scenario, they just put it on screen. Oh, someone's been kidnapped. Oh, I know exactly what I'll do.
Okay.
You never act on it.
Is he better than Tom Cruise? Because Tom Cruise was Jack Reacher.
I never watched the Tom Cruise one.
Oh, you're missing out on one of them.
They're genuinely pretty good. Like the action scenes are really good, but there's like quite a bit of heart.
Is there any sauce?
Is
there any sauce?
Season 2 has a bit more sauce, I'd say. But season 1 definitely does have a bit of sauce.
Do you like sauce?
But it's good. I do like sauce.
Well, I got a show for you.
It's a good mystery as well. Like you can sort of about halfway through, you can sort of definitely puzzle it together. But like at the start, it's a very good puzzle to put together. They don't really do as much of a puzzle for season 2, but they're both quite enjoyable. I have the last episode of season 2 to watch. In my illness over the weekend, I binged most of it. So, very enjoyable.
Illness. Down with the sickness.
Well, before we get into the year ahead of us, I have a new show because I watched a new show, guys.
Is it a Marvel show?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. It's good.
I watched a brand new show, and it's like
is it based on comic books or any?
No.
Oh no,
it's not.
What show is this?
It's even on a service I don't like. It's on Amazon Prime.
What are you watching?
Who are you? What are you done with Brayden?
So there is a brand new show called Hazbin Hotel.
Okay. What's
the
catch?
Is an animated series.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
That, wait for it, is a full-on musical.
There we go.
That sounds like you, though.
We found it.
Is. So now feel free to look it up because it's got a really cool looking art style.
Yeah,
I don't want to interrupt you, but I opened Amazon to like see if I could guess which one it was, and right next to it, there's a show called Indian Police Force.
Oh, we're watching Indian Police Force.
God damn.
Oh, I've got that too.
Are you guys gonna check out Indian Police Force?
Sure. Bears in the Woods.
That's fair.
Wait, is it? Oh,
there's 7 episodes of it.
No, it's okay. I'm not watching it. I thought it was going to be like Highway Patrol, but in India. But it's definitely
it's a full,
not.
Like Bollywood.
It's a full Bollywood. No, okay, I've checked it. I wanted Highway Patrol, but
okay,
Indian.
But it's Indian.
Well, how about instead of that,
if we weren't recording, an accent would have come out, and I would have done a part of the show.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you held back.
If I'm letting people know that if the camera wasn't there, I would have done it.
Yeah, we know, Alex, we know. So Hazbin Hotel, if you look up, check out the art style. It's got very fun character designs.
It gives me like Cartoon Network from the mid-2000s.
It gives me that Harley Quinn show vibe.
Yep, so merge those two together and you're there because this is an R18 rated plus animated series that is a full-on musical. And
like Les Mis style, like they don't talk?
No, they do talk, but like they break into song like a Broadway musical.
Because there's full-on musical and then there's Les Mis and Hamilton.
Yeah. Well, yeah, basically. So no, this is like your normal Broadway show. And it is set in hell, and it is about Lucifer's daughter running a hotel to try and rehabilitate sinners to try and get them a second chance to get into heaven.
Hey man,
and
you know who else was in hell? Hades in Percy Jackson.
You're mixing up your mythologies a bit. One mythology is Greek and one mythology is Christian. But yeah,
one mythology is fear.
The start of the first episode is a just like really like in-depth explainer on the current state of and like the history of heaven and hell, and like it's really good, and then it just instantly gets into the swing of things where it's like, oh no, like they're dropping the F-bomb. They dropped the C-bomb at one point, and I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting an American show for that. But
it's becoming more popular.
Yeah. The cast, from what I can see, basically other than Stephanie Beatriz, who plays Charlie's girlfriend in the show, Charlie's the main character, everyone in this show is a Broadway star. So I've got Michaela watching it as well. So Michaela and I have watched the first 2 episodes, and it is really fun. The music slaps it's absurdly good musical music. Like they have this there's one big opening number in it's like they ease you into it. They don't just throw a song at you immediately because they want to try and get the not musical crowd to watch a bit more of it and like try and get hooked into it. But then when they do burst into a song, it's a great scene because one of them goes, "Oh my god, like please tell me she's not singing." And then they cut to one of the other people and they're like, "That bitch is halfway down the street. Like she's gone. She's full musical mode." And that song's great. It's very much like exactly what you think of when you think of a song from a musical. But then the second song in the series is sung by Adam, as in Adam of Adam and Eve, who is an absolute asshole. He's an angel that is in charge of Heaven's army, and he is the worst. Like he just describes himself as the original dick, and like because he was the original dick, and he's the worst. He's played by the actor from Broadway who was the original Broadway cast School of Rock and original Broadway cast Beetlejuice. And so he bursts into a song which is like rock musical, and it's been stuck in my head like for 2 days now. It's really, really fun. And there's a character in there that's got a really fun design where he's a demon who he has that old-timey radio voice, but it's got that like radio crackle. Like it sounds like it was a recording from like the 40s.
Oh, Keith David's in the show. You got to lead with that.
Keith David is great in it. His voice is fantastic.
Elroy.
So everyone, oh man, all the characters of the show are great. They're all such fun designs. There's this demon guy who's a radio, and he's got this old-time radio voice, and you first hear him over a TV ad. So you're like, oh, okay, that's like the voice that is. Then the TV ad ends, and it cuts to him in real life, and he's like, so what do you think? And he sounds exactly like his old-time radio voice. He just has that all the time. And it's like, that's really fun design. And then you get into a conflict with a TV guy in the second one, and they have a great, like, like in Hamilton, they have like the cabinet meetings, like the cabinet battles, where it's like the two of them going against each other. They have a really good song like that between the radio guy and the TV guy. It's so far 2 episodes in, I am definitely going to be watching the rest of this, if not only for the music, also just because like the characters and the plot are interesting. So it's really fun, and the animation's great. So I highly recommend adding it to the list.
And I'm just jumping in to say that this is the second week in a row I'm going to recommend everyone watch Ted, because Ted is very funny.
Nice.
And I'm Alex Brayden. That's my TED talk. Come on, laugh.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I will rate that.
And I finished watching The Marvels last week, and The Marvels was fine.
Yep.
It was like a average Phase 1 movie. I would akin it way more to like Thor. The first Thor in terms of quality.
Like the original Thor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Middle of the road, like, not bad. Wouldn't say it's a bad film. Say the villain sucks, though. Awful villain.
Very forgettable.
Oh my god.
I have no idea what anything about her was.
Kind of like the thing that works to his advantage the most is the runtime.
Yes. And even then, there are still things in it that don't make any sense. So, to wrap this episode up, let's look ahead at what we've got coming this year. And thanks to everything that happened last year, I imagine quite a lot of these films are films that were slated for 2023.
Surprisingly,
originally.
Not for me.
I think
no?
one.
One. It's Dune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine. So
that's the big one.
I put mine in alphabetical order.
Nice.
But I have 15.
Jesus.
I've got 10, but I did delete a few. So if someone brings up one, I'll just that was
Mate,
on there before.
I've got 9,
Okay.
so that's it. Alex, you've got so many. Why don't you kick us off with some of the films that you're looking forward to and why?
So I'll go with the first 3. Alphabetical order once again. This is not in rank of like what I'm most excited to see. Also, I just realized I'm missing one, which should be on here, but okay. Anyway, number 1 on the list is A Quiet Place Day 1.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got that on my list as well.
Quick prequel to A Quiet Place.
What's that?
That
Other
is
than a
prequel
new
to A
Quiet
Quiet
Place
Place. Directed by the same guy who did that pig movie.
Oh, with Nicolas Cage?
Yeah. Same guy who did that. Written by Krasinski, I believe.
There's quite a few movies that are like additions to. Just look at additions to like franchises we have that aren't the original directors.
Interesting.
So it's just starring Lupita Nyong'o, Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things last year.
Oh.
He played Eddie. Was it Eddie?
You've got my interest with the actors.
Alex Wolff, who's one of the guys from the Brothers Band. What are they called?
Naked Brothers Band.
Naked Brothers Band.
Yeah.
And then he was also in Hereditary.
Yeah, he's the one. He was in Hereditary.
Hereditary, Jumanji. He was in Oppenheimer for a little bit.
Randomly. I think everyone was, wasn't they?
Yeah, that's why. Played a terrorist in Patriots Day.
Yes,
was not expecting that.
And also starring. Is it? I can't say his name. He was in A Quiet Place Part 2. He's the guy in Guardians of the Galaxy that goes, who?
Oh, yes.
I can't say his name. I don't want to butcher it. It was also in Gladiator. He's a great actor. It's like, it's like, I almost want to say Digimon. Digimon, Husu or something like that.
Right, let's find this.
You find it.
I'm gonna find it.
I'll just quickly go with my next one because it's a quick one. It's Alien Romulus. It is the new Alien film coming from director Fede Alvarez. Director
what have they done?
They've done Don't Breathe. They've done, and they did the Evil Dead remake.
Okay.
And so they're doing an Alien film. I'm excited to see someone else's take on Alien because the last 2 Alien films we have are Ridley Scott, and he's the main guy for Alien. And I'm just interested to see like a horror director take on, like another horror director take on Alien.
That seems like that would be a very good fit.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. And then my third one here is Argyle. Which
I did have that one on my list before.
Okay, so it's been getting advertised a lot as of recent. Like it's on TV everywhere. There's bus stops and all that shit. My parents have turned and looked at me multiple times and have asked me, Brayden, what's this Argyle?
What's an Argyle?
And I've seen one trailer for it, and from what I can gather, it's kind of like Nim's Island, but instead of a adventuring explorer, it's spies.
I just know that Matthew Vaughn's directing it, and it's got Henry Cavill, Sam Rockwell, Bryan Cranston, Dua Lipa, and John Cena and Sam Jackson.
It's a very stacked cast.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that.
It does look fun.
I am interested to see what that ends up being like. Because, like, surely it's not bad, right?
I'm not going to say anything because if you asked me if Matthew Vaughn can make a bad film, I would have said no. But then he made some bad films, so.
Yep.
So,
fair.
That's where I am.
My attempt at a pronunciation would be Jimon Hunsu.
Yeah. Who?
Yeah, that guy. He was the dad in Gran Turismo.
He was the dad in Gran Turismo. But those are 3 of mine.
That's the most recent thing I've seen him in. Very nice. All right, Michael, do you want to hit us with?
My first 3, Choppy's already mentioned A Quiet Place Day 1. I have Ballerina, which is a spin-off within the John Wick
that didn't make my
universe.
list.
That's a John Wick film.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see something in the same universe. That it just piqued my interest a little bit, really.
Nice.
That's all I have to say about that. Then I've got Deadpool 3.
Yeah, I got Deadpool 3.
I also got Deadpool 3.
Give me Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds on the screen together.
I am
Very worried about Deadpool 3.
I like it. It lives in this weird little bubble where it could be excellent if they really let it do whatever they want. But
Disney,
it could
they don't do
also suffer if they don't let it do whatever they want. And I'm very interested to see where it falls. I'm surprised we haven't got a trailer yet.
June or July it comes out, so probably get one around Super Bowl.
Oh, okay, that'd be a big one.
If Hugh Jackman's reprising Wolverine for this, just hoping.
Surely, if Hugh said, this has got me back.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
it is all about the money.
Disney got that money, man. Disney got that Disney money.
Has Hugh been up to much? Has Hugh been in anything recently?
He was in Hugh Jackman. What have you been in? Come on,
you were going to say The Greatest Showman, weren't you?
Yeah, but that's a bit old. It was
that is quite
years
a bit
ago.
Old.
What came out? He was in Faraway Downs.
What's that one?
Michael knows. Don't.
Michael,
right.
Michael, look at Faraway.
Shit. No, it clicked in my head. No.
Hey, man, Faraway Downs came out this year. I don't know what you're talking about. It was in that.
I'm surprised it didn't make anyone's.
Reminiscence. He was in.
Oh yeah.
Everyone get on the Reminiscence train.
The Greatest Showman is 7 years old.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He really hasn't done a lot, has he?
Oh my god. 7 years?
No, I refuse to believe that happened. He was in a movie called The Sun. He played Hugh Jackman in Rick and Morty.
Sure.
Yeah. Logan, the same year as Greatest Showman.
Yeah. Well,
wow, that was a powerful year for
look
Hugh.
at the best film from that year.
So maybe Hugh just needs a paycheck. But I'm hopeful that
man, he's got that Faraway Downs money. He's fine.
He's got 50 cents? God damn. All right. Is it me?
It is you.
Okay. Well, this one's interesting because it released in 2024 and it's out. I just haven't seen it yet. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. It's The Book of Clarence, which is the Lakeith Stanfield-led, almost parody of Jesus.
Yeah, it's like the same. What am I thinking of? Life of Brian-esque.
Yeah,
sort of
it's got Life of Brian
like
energy.
Modern day Life of Brian.
It's very like the trailer had me immediately because it's just such a wild premise, and
I remember seeing the trailer.
The cast was good, so
having a bit of a giggle at it.
I haven't heard anything about it.
I do have to love when you search it up and it says people also search for section. You get Mary Magdalene movie, The Passion of the Christ, Risen, and The King of Kings.
Wow,
has the 4 movies. If
people are searching for those films and they end up watching Book of Clarence, I imagine they're going to be pretty pissed. Because this one's pretty much making fun of the whole religion thing, from what I can gather. But I haven't heard anyone who's actually seen it yet. But I'm looking forward to seeing it because I like that cast and it seems fun and
Fun fact, it was produced by Jay-Z.
Whoa, well, there you go. Cool. That sounds good to me. My next one is Challenges.
Oh, that's on my list too. That's a Zendaya threesome movie.
Oh my god.
Is this a Zendaya one?
Yeah, this is one where Zendaya gets 2 dicks in her.
God.
Oh yeah.
I remember
that coming on the TV.
She gets fucked by the guy. She gets fucked by the guy from West Side Story.
Oh my god. That trailer when they were like, "Hey, here's the new Zendaya flick," and you're like, oh, cool, it's Zendaya, a film about tennis,
Playing tennis.
and then you watch the trailer, and
Two
you're like,
dicks.
holy shit,
No
that's
one.
not what I was expecting.
Two dicks. I got me the next two dicks.
So
that's
yeah,
a really
that
funny joke if you've seen King Richard, the movie about the Serena and Venus Williams.
okay,
I got me the
okay.
next two dicks.
Goddamn. Well, I'm very interested to see that film. Yes, and we'll leave it at that. And yeah, Deadpool 3 is my third one.
Yeah.
So very interested to see what Deadpool 3 is like.
I'm going to go with my three after that because in my next three include challenges in Deadpool 3.
Wonderful.
So, Civil War I've put on here, which is...
that one does look good too. That's one that I dropped from my list.
Yeah, Alex Garland's new film. He's directed such classic hits as Ex Machina, Annihilation, and recently Men that came out last year. I did not watch Men.
I've seen one of those films.
Yeah.
I've seen
Ex
Annihilation. Ex Machina is on my list of things that I should eventually watch.
I think you sat me down to watch it, Choppy.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's starring Kirsten Dunst, Jesse Plemons, Nick Offerman, a few good people in it. Very excited to watch it. It's in the near future. A group of war journalists attempt to survive while reporting the truth as the United States stands on the brink of civil war.
Oh, okay. I wasn't interested based on the name. I was fairly interested based on the cast.
It was just mad it wasn't a Captain America film.
And then you actually got me with the actual plot because was
it the way I said the plot?
I was expecting it
more
to
captivated by the voice.
Yeah,
definitely the performance
Thank
there
you.
was great.
Hey, and let me have an Oscar and punch Chris Rock.
Hey, anyone can do it.
I got me the next two. Dune 2, which we don't need to really.
We also talked about that last year.
Yeah.
Well, we did talk about that last year.
Yeah,
we don't need to go on
Dune,
why we're excited for Dune 2.
Dune 2's on the list.
And then I had The Fall Guy.
Yes,
yeah,
that's my next one on my list.
Do we all have The Fall Guy on our list?
Yeah.
Yes. There's only one reason. I mean, look, Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, Aaron Taylor-Johnston, Hannah Waddington, Stephanie Sue, Teresa Palmer, and Winston Duke are all reasons to go see this film. But there's one main reason I'm going to see this film, and it's not anyone on screen. It's David Leitch behind the screen, because this man made Bullet Train.
Yeah.
I'm following.
Okay, so I should watch Bullet Train before this.
Bullet Train is the most fun you can have watching a movie with your pants on.
Okay.
I like the statement. I agree.
Bullet Train is maybe, no movie this year was as fun as Bullet Train was. This is the reason why it's my plane movie, because it gets it's so it's you got to put a seatbelt on for how quickly it moves.
Damn.
Like on
Alex Brayden reviews for the paper. God damn.
Get me in there. Not for the paper though.
Every other review would just be like,
please not for the paper.
Bullet Train is the most fun you can have with your pants on, but this movie, not so much.
Not so much.
Yeah.
You should watch Bullet Train though. If you get bored of this one, turn it off and go with Bullet
Every film
Train.
recommendation is just a gateway into recommending Bullet Train.
Well, Bullet Train,
Top Gun Maverick. He has to squeeze that in.
Yeah, Bullet Train's going to be like the 5 out of 5 standard, so I'm just like 4.5 Bullet Trains out of 5.
Yes. That's so good.
But yeah, so those are my three: Civil War, Dune, and The Fall Guy. I'm very excited to watch Ryan Gosling though be a stuntman with Emily Blunt.
It does look like a lot of fun. I remember seeing the trailer. All right, I'll knock off we've knocked off 2 of them, so I've got Furiosa.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh, yeah.
Which, how can you not want something that's also set in Mad Max?
I still need to watch Mad Max Fury Road.
You should watch that. It's a pretty good movie.
Get out.
I know. It's surprising that I haven't watched it.
Yeah, just go. Michael, no, Fury Road, not Get Out.
Fucking this guy's full of them, isn't he?
I'm here. I'm ready to go. Locked and loaded.
But yeah. This one looks. I'm really hoping it's good.
I mean, George Miller's making another Mad Max film. I'm like, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna.
Yeah, that is generally like you'd think that's enough.
Yeah. And I like Anya Taylor-Joy. She gets me in the seat. And Chris Hemsworth. So.
And Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Very bearded Crims
Hemsworth.
Alrighty. My next one is another addition to a franchise that's not the same director. It's the new movie from the director of The Maze Runner. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I've got this. Kingdom of the Monkeys.
The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
No, it's just Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Not the. There's no
okay,
the.
thank God.
Drop the. It's cleaner.
Drop the. It's cleaner. Kingdom of Planet of Apes.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
No, drop the.
No.
All the. Drop all the
at the start.
You can keep two thes.
Kingdom of Planet of Apes.
Three's a crowd. You drop the first one.
Goddamn.
So, directed by Wes Ball, set generations after the last movie.
Now, here's my exciting going. Like, why I'm excited going into the movie. It is in the same universe as the other three Planet of the Apes, and none of them have been bad. So I have no expectations of this film to be bad. I have no reason to be worried because we haven't had a bad one. If this one sucks, then we're worried.
Yeah.
Look, hey, CGI still looks fucking great on these apes.
I mean,
it does.
Yeah, you look at the CGI in these films and you're just like, fuck, they look really good.
I'm gonna click on. Yep. So War for the Planet of the Apes is nearly 7 years old too. Oh my! This sucks because when we were kids, it'd be like, yeah, it's time for another apes film. It's been like
3 years.
Yeah, and that felt like the longest time. We've been like, yeah, it's been so long.
Waiting between movies.
And now we're just like, oh, is Kingdom too soon? 7 years later. Like,
yeah,
it's disgusting. It's disgusting how we're perceiving time.
Well, what's the difference between Furiosa and Fury Road?
Fury Road was 2015, so it's 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but Kingdom.
Guys, we're 26.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're aging.
Yeah.
And then
fastly.
The last of my next three, I guess, is Kung Fu Panda 4.
Oh, you bastards. I also have that in here.
I knew that was Alex, one of Alex's most anticipated, because the trailer played before we watched Boy and the Heron, and Alex turned to me and said, "This is on my most anticipated."
For one reason, it's on my most anticipated. They're bringing back Thailand. They're bringing back the villain from number one, and I'm here. They got the voice actor back, and he's coming back.
Yeah, that's a really incredible chameleon to be able to copy the voice as well. That's great.
Yeah,
it does look fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. As someone who only watched it within the recent years, I realized how much I missed out on watching these movies when I was younger, and now I'm excited to be able to go see one in the movies.
Kung Fu Panda 2 is goated.
Watch Kung Fu Panda when you were a kid?
You didn't watch it?
No, I didn't.
Where's your soul?
Fell off.
Yeah.
God damn.
I can't answer that one for you, sorry.
Still need to watch Kung Fu Panda 3.
Oh, where's your soul?
I know, I'm the worst.
At least I've watched them all now.
Yeah, I'll get through them. Well, now I'm in prime condition to be able to watch all three before the new one.
Yeah, I gotta watch them before the new one.
Gotta rewatch them. Gotta keep up on that lore, because clearly because they're actually referencing stuff from the old movies.
Right, you gotta watch them.
So you gotta.
Oh, Rebel Wilson's not in Kung Fu Panda 3. I thought she was. It's Kate Hudson instead. Rebel Wilson was meant to be in it. But yeah.
There you go. All right.
Aquafina's in the new one.
So, out of ones that haven't been mentioned now, what are your next ones?
Out of ones that haven't been mentioned now, I actually do have some. So, Fall Guy, yeah, of course. Inside Out 2.
Yeah, I've got that. So you've all taken my next ones. Motherfuckers.
Inside Out 2, I'm really interested in. I think it's got a lot of potential. I like the new casting of the one new character that we've met from the teaser trailer so far. I really loved Inside Out when it first released back in the day, and I think back on it very fondly. And so I think not only is it going to get butts in seats, like I think it could have the sauce it's got source potential.
It's on my
definitely
list.
a source potential.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, just a visually fantastic set of films. So I'm looking forward to see how they've improved on that over the
When
years.
did Inside Out 1 come out? This is gonna be
Inside Out 1.
This is gonna suck. Ready?
Yep.
2015, so it's 9 years old.
God damn.
Yeah,
Love it.
sucks.
Far
didn't it?
out.
We were in year 12.
Next up for me is a curious pick out of curiosity.
Is it Joker?
It's fucking Joker Folia Dude.
Joker's on mine too.
Like,
That's another one I dropped.
yeah, this film, like, I remember when they were in talks. They were like, "Hey, should we do a Joker 2?" And I was in the
And
adamant
they looked
camp
at how
of,
much money they made.
exactly. But I was in the adamant camp of no, just leave Joker, let it be Joker, let it be its own thing, and that's it. And I would have loved that. And they could do other new, different one-off stuff. That's what I want. And then they're like, nah, we're doing 2 and we cast Lady Gaga. And it's like,
That's the most
Okay.
interesting part, that it's a musical
I'm-
and they've cast Lady Gaga.
I'm
Yeah.
really interested in that now. So yeah, gotta go see it. Like,
You had
It's-
my curiosity.
The-
Now you have my
the
interest.
memeability of it is gonna
Mhm.
be through the roof.
I'm the Joker. I do Joker stuff.
I'm the Joker, baby. So, and my third one there is a little film called Paddington in Peru.
I didn't know if Paddington was coming. I didn't know if this was actually coming out, so it didn't make my list.
Okay, well,
also
Letterboxd says
dropped it from my
2024.
Yeah.
Letterboxd says 2024. I'm
Paddington
going
in
off
Peru,
Letterboxd.
it would be number 1.
Very excited for a new Paddington film.
Yes. Who's directing it? Anyone? Dougal Wilson. What have you directed, Dougal?
Dougal.
Yeah, fucking change your name.
As a lot of nothing from
A
what
lot
I
of
can
nothing.
see.
Okay, so I always get worried when the director who made 2 of the greatest films of all time, Paddington 1 and 2, is not coming back to do Paddington in Peru. Mainly because he just finished Wonka and probably wants a nap.
That's fair.
But
I will
No.
say, looking at Dougal Wilson's biography here on
Nothing.
Letterboxd, not a lot of films listed, but in his biography, it does say that he has done a lot of commercials and music videos, specifically music videos including Coldplay, Goldfrapp, Basement Jaxx, Dizzy Rascal, and he's also done commercials for Apple, BBC, and the IKEA.
go IKEA.
So, you know what? If Paddington in Peru is anything like an IKEA ad,
Sign
we're
me
in
up.
good company.
Sign me up. I love the Kia and I love eyes and all eyes on Kia. Am I right, guys? Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they your 3? Did you go 3?
That's my 3.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. My 3 are the. Luckily, I've got these ones that no one has said, and I don't think you guys are gonna say them. So, I'll go. Gladiator 2.
Nice.
Just finished shooting. Comes out in Thanksgiving, they say, so November. Be interesting to see what they do. Ridley Scott did just make the very boring Napoleon film, so coming off a bit of a but we'll see how we go.
We're gonna miss.
Next up, Mickey 17. This is the newest film from Bong Joon-ho. It stars Robert Pattinson, Toni Collette, Mark Ruffalo, Stephen Yeun.
Nice.
And it was scheduled for April, but it just dropped off, and they don't know. There's no new release date for it, but they filmed it, so it should be coming out sometime next year.
What's it about?
Mickey 17 is an expendable and disposable employee on a human expedition sent to colonize the ice world, Nefheim. After one iteration dies, a new body is regenerated with most of its memories intact.
I'm so
That's
in.
Yeah, that
Holy
sounds great.
shit!
And the post is just Robert Pattinson in an MRI machine.
I am so in.
Oh, I've seen that picture somewhere.
So that's what I've been dealing with there.
Okay,
And
that sounds awesome.
My last film, which I'm very excited for. This is maybe my most anticipated. No one said it yet. I knew you would, you cheeky buggers. From the director Robert Eggers. He's directed such films as The Lighthouse, The Vavitch, and the Northman. He's got Nosferatu coming out.
I was wondering if someone had this on their list.
Yeah, I see. I was gonna put it on my list, and then I was like, "Well, if it's too scary for me, so I don't know if it is going to be on my list." But
So, obviously,
because I wouldn't watch The Vivitch. I was going to watch The Lighthouse, and then I was told that it is actually very scary.
Nah,
and I was like,
just trippy.
towards the end.
Nah, just trippy.
Okay, well, I might watch it then. I probably won't watch The Vivitch.
Northman,
and I do
you're
want to
safe
watch
with.
The Northman.
That's not scary.
Yeah, I do
still
want to
need
watch The Northman.
Um,
So I'm keen to see a trailer for Nosferatu.
So this is
'Cause
starring Bill Skarsgård, which he'll probably be
Perfect
playing
casting.
Nosferatu, and it's going to to be sick.
Yeah.
Lily Rose
Wouldn't it
Depp.
be weird if he's not playing Nosferatu?
I know, right? Fucking.
What if he's playing Renfield?
Nicholas Hoult. Aaron Taylor Johnson.
That's right. Nicholas Hoult was Renfield in Renfield, and then
Yeah.
Nicholas Hoult is probably Renfield in Nosferatu.
Well, there's no Nosferatu isn't Count Dracula, by the way. So he doesn't have
his own thing.
It's his own thing, so he probably won't have a Renfield.
Okay.
It's like a car. It was like a cartoon, like the 30s. Oh, like
No, you're thinking of that one joke from SpongeBob. Who keeps turning? Keeps turning the lights? Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. I remember that.
So
such a good joke.
Bill Skarsgård, Nicholas Hoult, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and Willem Dafoe.
That's a great cast.
Great cast.
I really hope that film isn't too scary for me.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. That's it. That's my list. You guys said the rest.
Very nice.
Very excited for Kung Fu
Alrighty.
Panda 4.
I have two that my last two haven't been mentioned.
So far, my last two haven't been mentioned, so I'm very interested to see what Michael's got here.
So my second to last one is the new Adam Sandler movie, Spaceman.
Oh yeah, that trailer came out for that recently.
Yeah, I'm just very interested. It's Adam Sandler doing a space movie, and I like space. So
Are we talking classic Adam Sandler and we all know and love, or are we talking Uncut Gems Adam Sandler?
So you're walking around the space going zippity bar.
I think it's like I'm guessing it's Uncut Gems. I need to watch I've already watched the teaser and it wasn't really very much. So
it wasn't him.
But
Like
it's got Paul Dano as well.
Okay.
So I'm very interested.
I still need to read Paul Dano's Riddler comic.
Hey mate,
that's out now. I just haven't read it yet.
I think my last one's just playing into I'm going down a Lord of the Rings rabbit hole again. Because over the Christmas break, a couple of work friends binged. Because one hadn't seen it, so they binged it all. And I joined them for a little bit of it when I could. So I've gone back down. So I've got Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, which is an animated film coming out this year.
Oh, an animated film?
So it's set well before the events of Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
The story of Helm Hammerhand, who's the king of Rohan, and he must defend against some armies. He's the namesake for Helm's Deep. That's the little blurb that's here. I don't know too much about it. I'm just very interested to see what it's going to be like.
That is interesting. Not what I was expecting, but interesting.
Yeah. Now, there's one film I didn't put on here because they said it's very much in doubt to come out next year, even though it was meant to come out next year. And I feel like Brayden's got it as one of his two.
You mean this year?
This year, sorry. Spider-Man, Beyond the Spider-Verse. Did you put it on your list?
No, I did not.
I was going to say, because it ain't coming out this year.
No, I do not expect it to come out this year in the slightest.
Do you have Craven or Venom on your thing?
My last
you put Craven,
two...
didn't you? Oh, Craven and Madam Web.
What? No, so I'm kind of cheating. One of my slots is taken up by...
Don't say a TV show.
All three Sony Spider-Man movies that are coming out.
What is it? It's Venom?
It's Craven.
Is it all of them?
Madam Web and Venom 3, which is apparently a thing. And they really are saying it's a thing, but I've not seen anything about it. So that might be very end of the year, maybe. But man, what a film! What a set of films to just watch. Have an absolute train wreck, probably. I am very interested to see what these films are like, if they're any good, which I doubt. and I will go see them. I'm the problem because like I want to see what they do because like they're very strange films to make. And the trailers don't exactly have me like thinking that they're going to be great. They're giving more Morbius than they are Venom. We'll say that.
Both aren't good, by the way.
No, but Venom was at least a bit of fun. Morbius was just bad. So I'm very interested to see what the Sony Spidey films are like this year. And my last one is Sonic 3.
Oh, is that coming out?
Apparently it's still coming out. We're getting Shadow the Hedgehog coming in.
Oh.
I don't know. I really like Sonic 2. I thought Sonic 2 was good.
Is Jim Carrey going to be in it? He said Sonic 2 was his last film ever.
Who's this?
Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah. I doubt it then. I imagine they would make Shadow the... Oh, no. It says he might still be in it. Yo, is that really who's cast as Shadow?
Who's cast as Shadow?
Hayden Christensen?
No, that's got to be...
Surely not. That must be a meme. Surely someone's done that as a meme. That can't be real. Really?
No. That
can't be right.
No.
That can't be right.
No.
That would just be unhinged.
That'd break the internet.
That can't be right.
That's not right.
Anyway,
I refuse to.
Those are our most anticipated films of 2024 this upcoming year. It's gonna be a big one. Goddamn. In terms of other stuff, I know. I assume we're all pre-ordering or have already pre-ordered 2K24.
I haven't done it yet, but I will.
WWE.
Soon. Yeah, get the WrestleMania edition.
When is that dropping?
Not basketball.
March. Beginning of March.
March.
Comes out before
March.
Season 2, Part 2. But yeah, very excited for that. Can't wait to play it more than I played number 1.
Yeah, and you've played a lot, you said.
Yeah, I have like 145 hours in 2K23.
It's a bit of fun.
I just jump in there, and if there's like if like I've been doing a lot of Fatal 4-Ways with Roman, LA Knight, AJ Styles, and Randy.
Yep, nice.
For some reason, AJ Styles wins a lot, and almost in every situation, LA Knight eats the pin.
Okay.
So I'm more excited to. I like the lead up to these new games where they do the ratings and they showcase.
Yeah, the build up to it's fun.
I can't wait to see like the new stuff they've got. They've got casket matches, ambulance matches. The first time ever you can do a Royal Rumble online with up to 8 people, which is massive.
Crazy.
Cool. The showcase is just some of the biggest WrestleMania main events ever. So you're gonna get the Streak versus Korea match. Hogan versus Andre the Giant, Cody, and Roman. So we're gonna get some great matches in the showcase mode. Which
I'm really excited. I'm really excited for it because I wrote it in the chat earlier when you were drawing attention to it. I think I drew attention. I can't remember who drew attention to it. Anyway, I haven't owned a WWE game since like the PS2, so I'm very excited to get back into it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they are a lot of fun, and I'm excited for the new showcase mode. Like in 2K22, they did Rey Mysterio, where you play as Rey Mysterio in all of Rey Mysterio's biggest matches, and the reward for completing each one of those matches was just another Rey Mysterio skin, which became really annoying when you did Rumbles because half your contestants would be Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio in a different outfit.
Yeah. Whereas
that would get annoying.
That's the problem when you add like characters as so many different versions.
Well, then they changed it up last year with the John Cena edition, where his showcase was you play against John Cena in all of his biggest matches. So you're playing as his opponents, which is a really smart way to do it. And then this year, no, we're just doing WrestleMania matches.
WrestleMania highlights.
It's going to be fun. I'm so excited to get the updated arenas, get the WrestleMania 39 arena in there.
This is giving a big throwback because I don't think neither of you had like an Xbox 360. Oh, you did, Choppy, didn't you?
I did.
Did you ever have the Xbox 360 WWE game? Like WrestleMania game?
Which I need to see a thing.
Oh, I remember the cover of that.
Yeah. the only reason I not like played it is because Nick growing up had one when we were growing up, and me and him used to play like the
Legends of
PS2 ones all the time
WrestleMania?
together. Yeah, I think so. Let me see it. Suss the cover. Yes, that is the exact one.
God.
I believe it was on. Oh no, it was on all consoles.
No, it's on PS3 as well.
Yeah, and iOS. Interesting, but that just gave me the throwback to that, and that's obviously playing from memory a lot of like matches from WrestleMania. But that was fucking, how old's that game?
2009.
2009. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I'm very excited to have all the updated arenas. In the WrestleMania edition, a couple months later, you do get WrestleMania 40 as an arena.
Yeah, that is fun. That is fun. I'm personally, as someone who is not forking out the money for that edition.
It's only an extra $20 more than your Rhea Ripley edition.
I am getting it cheaper.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Thanks, staff discount friends. Otherwise I wouldn't be getting it. But yeah, I'm hoping that's just like chuck $5-10 their way and get some of the bonus stuff. So we'll see. But I'm sure we'll talk about that a lot when that comes out later in the year. It's gonna be a good year. I'm hoping it's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a friggin' lot. It's gonna be a lot this year.
I'm wondering if CM Punk's gonna be in the game or he's gonna be DLC because he didn't come. We came back maybe a bit too late for him to be properly scanned in, so maybe he's DLC.
Okay, interesting. You think that'd be something they'd be trying to push for?
I think he'll be in the first batch of DLC. I did see that if you pre-order, you do get the Dusty Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, Stardust, Dazzling Cody Rhodes set.
Yeah. It blew my mind when I came to the connection that Stardust
was Cody Rhodes.
I did not realize that at all for ages.
Stardust is who Stephen Amell fought in the WWE.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wow. You're right.
So think about that. That was Cody Rhodes.
Far out.
And now look at him.
Hey, Cody Rhodes, gigantic. Stephen Amell and Arrow in the dirt. Bless. Well, thank you all so much for joining us for another episode of MMT Millennium Movie Talk. It is a podcast about movies, TV shows, and WWE, and we will catch you next time. Follow us on your socials. Follow us. Subscribe, like, comment, share, all that. And as always,
I'm Alex.
I'm Brayden.
And I'm Michael.
We're out of here. Goodbye, you filthy, filthy animals.